If that one comes on. There it is. Hey everybody, welcome to Shores Wellness Solutions. Today is February 4th. Beautiful, cold, snowy, well, no snow, but a gold Thursday.
A gold? It's
Cold.
a gold. Oh, it's a
golden
gold day.
I'm Dr. Dave, and of course I'm with my beautiful wife, Amy.
Hi guys.
And we're going to be talking to you about heart health today. We're actually going to tell you stuff about your heart that you wish you'd known, but you're going to know it, so everything's good.
And we do have a live studio audience today, so welcome
Woo!
to Shores Wellness Solutions. We are going to be giving a demonstration about everything we talk about today, so you'll get to experience that also. So thank you for being here.
And on a technical note, we have 2 recorders going because we don't know what happened last week.
Yes, so sorry about last week. It
was a great workshop.
It was probably like one of the best ones, so you're going to want to come to the class live. So those who were live got to see a great presentation. The rest of you got a recording from last year because it never recorded and posted. So sorry about that, guys. But we're round 2 learning about your heart today.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
All right. So what is heart health?
Heart health or heart disease?
Heart disease, heart health. What is that?
Heart health is about taking care of your heart, keeping it healthy through lifestyle. And heart disease is when you don't take care of your heart and have a good lifestyle, you promote heart disease, which can be like cardiovascular disease, congestive heart failure, arrhythmias, coronary artery disease, and of course strokes. Those are types of CVD or cardiovascular disease, heart disease.
Yes, and heart disease is the leading cause of death in both men and women in the
Worldwide,
United States.
Every 38 seconds, somebody dies from cardiovascular disease. Did you put that in there?
I'm working on it, but you're just taking over, so go right ahead.
Yep,
How about you share it?
Be quiet. You're up.
Heart disease is a term used to describe several conditions, many of which are related to plaque building up on the walls of the arteries. And as the plaque builds up on the walls of the arteries, they narrow and makes it more difficult for the blood to flow, and it creates risk for heart attack and stroke. So we're going to talk a lot today about how do you prevent that, and we're going to be also showing you something that we use in our office to check what the 4 valves of the heart is looking like, so you can see what to do to help prevent those things from occurring.
We check the 4 valves of the heart?
We sure do.
Wow. So understand this. By the device we use, the heart sound recorder, which we're going to demonstrate a couple times during this presentation, we actually check 80% of the function of a heart.
80%.
And when you go for an EKG, that's a whopping 6%. That you're spending your $1,500 for on average.
Yeah, that's kind of not good odds,
good.
really.
So let's see. We do all these heart procedures in the United States and worldwide based on only 6% of the function of the heart. And people think that that's great. It's not. Base the function of your heart on the 80%, and if the 80% is working properly, guess what happens to the rest of it?
What?
Works.
Look at that. Well, we're going to check to see if your heart is safe. What are some contributing factors to heart disease? Because there are a lot of things that you can do to prevent all of those things. Basically, we're going to check, are you a smoker? Tobacco is a big thing, increasing blood pressure, and it really affects the heart. High cholesterol, physical inactivity, obesity, heredity, unmanaged diabetes, all of those things play a role in how your heart is functioning, along with the foods that you eat. That's something we're going to be showing you a demonstration of today, because people don't realize how much unhealthy foods do affect the function of the heart. So when we do a demonstration, this one gets the lucky demonstration today.
Taking one for the team. You're welcome.
We're going to be showing you how we check the function of the heart, how putting something not so good like sugar into the body is going to affect the function of the heart, because you can actually see it on the graph, and how using the right nutrition, whole food supplements, and the right nutrition in your body will change the way that the heart functions. So it's pretty cool and pretty exciting.
I was excited when you put this together.
So we use something in our office called a heart sound recorder. You can see this little device right here. We're going to give you that demonstration. It's a computer-based, low-risk general wellness monitor which observes heart sounds. So it's a non-invasive form. It's a non-invasive procedure, and it uses a microphone to go over the 4 valves of the heart, So you can see any type of stress on the heart, whether it be chemical, nutritional, or emotional. So it's pretty cool because you can see different things depending on what the sounds of the heart are showing you.
So we're going to do a live demonstration.
We are.
And we're going to base it off of sugar. So the team has prepared something for me to have.
I know you're really, really sad about it.
Yeah. But understand this. It's not just sugar and carbohydrates. It is synthetic supplements, the garbage you buy in your store. Stop wasting your money. It is the stress of our day-to-day lives, and medications, whether over-the-counter or prescription, will all cause the same effect. And what do? They decrease the energy output by the heart, and so the heart functions at a lesser rate. That then leads to cardiovascular disease. And when we feed the heart appropriately and have proper lifestyle, we can actually get the function of the heart back. We can get rid of the plaquing on the valves. We can restore heart beats. We can restore the strength of the heart. We can restore missing beats that are there or that are not there. We can bring them back, all using supplements.
Exactly. So we're going to give you a live demonstration. We're going to show you two things. First, we're going to show you how his heart's functioning just right now.
Okay.
We're going to feed him some sugar and do another reading to see if there's any changes by eating the sugar. Then we're going to give you some more instruction and things that you can do lifestyle-wise to help prevent the heart while he chews some supplements. And then after we finish with the rest of the presentation, so you can get some of the things you can do to help protect your heart, we're going to do one more reading so you can see how it changes when you add the right nutrition into your body.
Starting to recover from the damage I do.
This, exactly. So if you want to have a seat right here, I'm going to get you set up. Let me just figure out how do I get to...
I figured out why you're having me do this.
Why?
Keeps me quiet. So
yes! Oh, and by the way, exactly, because when you run the HSR reading on a patient, you want them to not talk because it will pick up the sounds of their voice. So it is my final way during the presentation to have him be quiet for just a couple moments during the presentation. So now I just need a second to figure out how to get to...
Click the minus sign there.
Okay, perfect.
And then click down the bottom. Now, it won't show up on the screen behind us.
Because we couldn't figure out how to get that to work.
So
I will actually record it, and I'll print it off, and you'll be able to see
Because
this.
we're going to bring it close to the cameras.
All right, let me get you in here. I thought I already had you saved. And why won't it let me pull anything up? Of course, when we're live, this is when things are going to work
We're
like that.
experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Can you sing a song for us while we wait?
I don't think you want that.
I would love it. All right, let's try one more time because for some reason it is not letting me load.
Ah, perfect.
All right, I just need
I'm
to...
all the way down the end. You knew that.
Yeah, I can find you. All right, so here we go. So we're gonna go over the 4 valves of the heart. So it's super easy, very simple test that you're gonna do.
So the first sounds we're listening to are the sounds of the mitral valve.
All right. Take your deep breath, just relax. No talking while I'm running this because it will pick up the sounds of your voice. So just relax and we're gonna see what this looks like. Now I can talk, he can't because it doesn't pick up my voice. So I'm just adjusting the amplitude of it so we can make sure we get the best reading possible. I wish you guys could see this on the screen right now. If you guys want to come around and take a look, you are welcome to stand behind me so you can actually see it, but I know you probably don't want to be on camera. So that's okay too. I will print it off.
You'll have to give us movie rights, so that's
Oh, there you go. Yes. All right, we've got the mitral done, so we're going to slide this over.
Tricuspid is next.
Yes, it is.
You want me to be quiet the whole time.
I do, because I'm picking up your voice. And I need to relax. Perfect. I think this is the quietest we've ever had while we're sitting here through this. So hang tight with me, guys, that is watching. We will continue in just a quick moment. All right, we're looking at the aortic valve now. And the last one is the pulmonic valve. So I'm just going to slide this over right here. As you can see, it's a very easy test, non-invasive, doesn't take very long at all, and it tells us a whole lot about how the heart is functioning and what support your heart needs in order to function optimally. The heart is the first thing that eats, so it's really important to know that it's functioning the way it should, especially with heart disease being the #1 killer. So give me a second. I'm just going to run this through, and I'm going to print real quick so you can see.
Let me out of here.
Nope, not yet. You can talk now. I'm not recording.
Okay.
So if you need to say anything,
I
right
have a lot
ahead.
to say. So when we look at heart disease and we wonder, why has it become so prevalent where it affects 50% of the population? If we go back 120 years ago, it only affected 1%, actually less than 1% of the population. So why has it become so prevalent? Well, our foods, our diets, and our lifestyles have changed drastically over the last 120 years. We go back to the turn of the 20th century, people's diets was roughly about 50% fat, but good fats, not the man-made ones and the garbage and the deep fried stuff, but good fats. Now it's about 33% fat, so the fat content's gone down, and about half that fat that we consume is man-made, the trans fats. Definitely not good for us. And so it's really important to make sure that we're getting the right things. So I'm going to start the experiment.
okay. Oh, look at that. He's so excited to get this.
So they prepared.
Cheat for a minute and have sugar.
Looks like carrot cake.
It is a carrot cake. They brought it in and said, this is for your experiment tomorrow. I said, okay, so we're going to eat a piece of this. Hopefully we won't get too much of a headache or
I'm sure you will.
mid-afternoon crash.
Yeah, so he's going to start eating some sugar. I'm going to go through a quick rundown of what the heart looks like, this very first one. So I'm going to go 2 ways. Give me 1 second. Show this way first. So for all you out there, see this top line right here? This is what a normal heart looks like. You want a big beat, little beat, short rest, long rest. So that's what all the valves should be looking like.
That's how my heart works when I see you.
Nice. Anyhow, this is what Dr. Dave's heart is looking like. You can see we have a big beat, little beat, big beat, little beat. He does have a short rest and a long rest. So that's looking actually really good. You can tell he's been taking care of his heart. So that is a really good reading. Let me show you guys as well. You can feel free to talk to the camera for a moment. So
I was taught never talk with my mouth full.
He's enjoying this cake a little too much, I think.
A little bit, but it's
So
rare
this
that I
is
have
what a
something
normal
like this.
rate
But I said I'd take one for the team, and so
You want all of the valves.
we're going to wait a few minutes, redo the test, and actually show you the breakdown of what happens
Okay. Are you sure?
with the heart. And why the heart? The heart is the body's most sensitive organ. And so when you do something negative to the body, the heart will definitely show up. Did you show both cameras?
I don't know if I did. I forgot we had 2 cameras. All right, guys. For the second camera, right here, you can see this top line here is what a normal heart looks like. And right here is what Dr. Dave's heart is looking like. You can see big beat, little beat, big beat, little beat. Okay. I think my face is in the other camera. So double camera, we've got crazy faces going. Sorry for everyone being in 2 different cameras. All right, you're eating the whole cake.
I figured, because I'm never going to get a chance like this again.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well see, this is why Dr. Dave does not eat sugar, because he becomes obsessive with it and wants to eat all the sugar. So we're going to do another, do you have coffee too?
No, it's water.
I was going to say you should have had coffee. It really would have been a mess.
No.
So adding coffee to that will also make a really fast heart rate. I thought you were going to go all in and do all the things all at once. No?
No, I'll just demonstrate how the sugar and flour affect it.
Okay. But there's a lot of factors that will affect the heart.
Okay.
Alcohol, sugar, smoking, caffeine, those energy drinks. Oh my gosh, you'll see a crazy heart rate.
Energy drinks are bad. Not only crazy heart rate, we also get people in every once in a while that start to have seizures because of those.
I can't find a mouse now.
I see it on the back of your TV.
Right. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's go back in and let's see. And this is just in a short amount of time. Think about having sugar all day long. It's going to affect the heart quicker. So you're going to see if there's any changes here just by a quick amount. But a lot of people have sugar all day long. They wake up and they are having soda all day. And it really plays a role in how...
Juice at breakfast, cereal, that's only diabetes in a box. Liquid diabetes could be, breakfast foods like pancakes, waffles, French toast, and you put the syrup on there, that's more sugar. And then you get to lunch and you have sandwiches, the bread turns into sugar, and you throw a can of, what do you call it out here, pop?
Yes.
Soda for the East Coast people.
Yeah.
And, on there. And then in the afternoon, you got that lull, so you start to throw in, a candy bar or some other beverage. Then you get the people that have those beverages with the electrolytes. That's just sugar water with chemicals in it. The majority of them. She's tying me up again.
Yep. Well, it's the only way.
Okay.
All right. So
Got my deep breath in.
Got your breath in. So now just relax. We're going to run this again, and we'll see what changes are being made just by having a little bit of sugar. I can already see that his heart rate is faster from what it was before, and that's just usually we would wait 10 minutes, but for time purposes, we're doing it a lot faster. Normally you would see it worse the longer it gets into your body and processes, but like I said, for time reasons, we are going pretty fast today, so you can just see the quick changes in a short amount of time. I'm already starting to see some more fluttering going on where he had a straight line in between each beat. Now they're starting to get waves and fluttering already. Hope you enjoyed that carrot cake. Yeah, I know you did. It's one of his favorites. So figured if he's going to be my demonstrator today, give him a little treat. He'll probably be sick later, but that's okay. It helps us educate you all, so that's a good thing. All right, we've got one more we're going to check.
Yeah, I know. I don't like that picture on the wall.
Why don't you like
It's
the picture?
upside down.
There's not a hook for the other way. So that's how the artist wanted the picture to be, just so you know. All right, we're going to do one last heart. Oh, now that one looks the worst. Probably because as we're taking more time as it's getting into his body and processing. This one you can see a bigger change. So like I said, normally we would wait 10 minutes after you've eaten the sugar and then 10 minutes after the supplements. But we're speeding this along so you can see, but you can already see a big change. Give me 1 second to set it up and get it printed for you. So you can see that.
Is it done?
Yes.
Okay, thought you wanted to just keep me quiet for a bit.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
So each valve is about something different. When we get into the aortic valve, that's about the endocrine system and function there. When we look at the pulmonic valve, we're talking about stress in the body. And when you eat things that are toxic, like sugar, like flour, that will cause the biggest change, the quickest change in the pulmonic valve. And my experience is the tricuspid valve takes the longest to get back to normal function.
Okay, we're going to print that. Would you like to take some supplements now, and then we'll go through some other things you can do to help prevent?
Start rebuilding. I'm going to overload on. Now I'm going to overload on the supplement. The reason being is because if I don't, the sugar's still getting into my body, and so if I just take one or two, what's going to happen is we're not going to see the reversal effects. But we want to see those effects, and so therefore I'll need some to bring my energy up. And the nice thing about whole food supplements, supplements that are made from organically grown vegetables and naturally raised animals like we use, they really help the body to return to health. And so I'm taking one that's actually going to cause the conversion of chemical energy, blood glucose, into electrical energy right at the level of the heart, so my heart can actually start working back toward normal.
Into the first one in a short amount of time, you don't have as much of a space.
And if we did this in about 10 minutes, we'd actually notice some really adverse effects as well.
And then down here is where I noticed the most. This one's really starting to extend. Now, if we waited another 10-15 minutes, you're going to see
a lot more jittery.
Yep.
So we have some live studio audience that are actually checking it out.
So I'm showing
really
them.
Noticing the differences.
All right.
And
So you'll get to see this. I don't know if you can see. The one right here is the first one. Here is the second one.
Step back and over just a little bit. Perfect right there.
Can you both see?
Yep.
Awesome. So if you look, you can see there's more fluttering and there's less space between the two. It's hard for me to show when I'm holding that. Can you touch the spaces?
How about I hold them and you explain?
So if you look here, there's not a huge change because we're doing it in a very short amount of time. We would normally wait 10 to 15 minutes so it processes in the body. But even in that short amount of time, as you can see, the top one doesn't look much different. But the second one here, when the tricuspid, that first beat is starting to extend into the second beat. So there's not as much of a resting period in between the two. And especially when you get down to the pulmonic, you had more of a resting space on the first one, but the second one, it's starting to extend in. You have more fluttering going on.
And look at the size of that second beat on the pulmonic.
Exactly. So the second beat is supposed to be smaller than the first beat, but you can see it's already picking up and getting bigger, which means the heart actually has to work a lot harder to function and to pump blood through all of the cells. All right.
Now for me, there's usually a more profound change with something synthetic, like a synthetic supplement.
We should have done that too. We've done that before. We've tested it out using a synthetic supplement versus a whole food supplement. And when you use a synthetic supplement, you have a lot of chemicals processing in it, and it's created in a lab, so it's not what's found in nature. So your liver now has to work twice as hard to process those synthetic supplements. And we've tested it out using different synthetic supplements, chewing them, and then checking the function of the heart. And when you do that, the heart actually really looks crazy. I don't know if you have that sample of the one that you've done. We could pull it up and show you that too, but just doing that, we always do little experiments on ourselves as well, just because we want to see, hey, is there any truth to this? There's all these different misconceptions, and we want to make sure that the things that we're giving you and teaching everyone is in fact the right products to use. You know, other people want us to try different things, and those synthetic products really affect the heart in a negative way. So when we think that we're trying to help ourselves, you know, you see all the ads and stuff, oh, I need this, I need that. So we go to the store, we buy it. But if we actually have to have our body working twice as hard to process it, we're hurting ourselves more than we're helping ourselves. So were you printing a comparison? Actually, I probably could have pulled up the comparison and printed them both. And sorry guys that we are not speaking right now and you're just sitting here listening to us.
Sitting here listening to nothing.
Listening to nothing. So as we get moving forward, again, we'll go back and we'll give you a few more tips and tricks of what's going to help with the function of the heart. Did you already take your supplements?
I did.
Okay.
I can tell you the effects of sugar are still working on breaking it down.
Yep.
that's not the right one. Oh, they all keep coming out with the one from today.
I know. You have to actually X out of all of this.
Okay. I'll try again. Select me.
You have to scroll to those.
Select that one. Preview. Okay. It's, there's a print
Just over
somewhere.
here.
Look at that. So what more do you want to know about the heart?
Well, we're going to go into what things that they can do.
Okay. I have to exit this, right?
Just go right here.
And then go back in here, but I got to print out the other one.
Should have done that ahead of time. Next time we'll do that ahead of time. I didn't know we were going to do that today.
I didn't know that either. Just
So,
kind of
bear with us, guys.
There we go. That's perfect. And print. Now these were done 11 minutes apart. So I'm going to print
And this was
that.
with a synthetic supplement that we did. And you can see the date on there. They were actually just a few minutes apart.
Good. I'll leave that there. And I'm going to bring back to your presentation. How's that?
Look at that.
Yes. See, we're going to get this done.
So let's go through a few things while we're waiting for the supplement that he just took to take effect so we can check his heart again. Some of the ways that you can help prevent heart disease: quit smoking or don't start. That's a big, huge one. Exercising on a daily basis is a great thing to do. Maintaining a healthy weight and eating a heart-healthy diet. And we're going to go over some of the things that are good to be eating as well. You also want to look at lowering your cholesterol, lowering your blood pressure, and lowering blood sugar, because if you're trying to do all of those things, right, with medication alone, it's kind of like mopping up the floor while we leave the faucet running and the sink is overflowing. You're trying to do this and it's not doing anything. It's not correcting anything. It's not changing anything.
When I took a
So
synthetic supplement,
we need to discover the underlying causes that are putting you at risk for heart disease rather than just treating the symptoms with medication, which is what we do here in our office. Diet is also very, very important. As you can see, with adding sugar to your diet, it makes a big change in the heart in a short amount of time. So when you're doing those things on a daily basis over and over and over, your heart is constantly struggling to work. And after a long period of time, you wonder why people who think they're healthy are having a stroke or having a heart attack and stuff like that, because they're putting so much strain because of their diet on their heart.
and when you look at the function of the adrenal glands putting out cortisol, cortisol is vasoconstrictive. So if we're stressed out all the time and we're not having a good diet, good lifestyle to support our bodies to be able to relax and to support the recovery of our bodies and the adrenal glands, that has a profound effect on the heart too. And something you said just triggered this, which is important to know. A lot of times when we're stressed, we get that vasoconstriction because of the cortisol, and that can give us chest pains, make it feel like we're having a heart attack. Well, in the hospital, they really don't know what to do. We use Cataplex E2, which actually helps oxygen uptake immediately into tissue, like the heart, and it will, within 10 minutes, get the heart to relax and subside. Doesn't mean you don't need to go follow up with another practitioner, to check out the severity. But I'm telling you, and I can tell you through experience by doing that with some patients and people I know that have had what they thought was a heart attack, we watch them just in 10 minutes settle down, relax, they feel fine. We still have them go get checked out because that's important, because the question is, why did that happen in the first place?
Exactly. So what are some things you can put into your diet? It's really important to have fruits and vegetables, but you want to note, if you have high cholesterol, you don't want to have too much fruit because it's going to raise your cholesterol. Most people don't realize or understand that, but you want to limit the fruit and stick with more vegetables if you do have high cholesterol. You want to make sure you're eating nuts and legumes, having healthy fats in the diet. Most people are like, oh, I need to lose weight, and they cut everything out, but your body can't function without good fats. It needs those fats.
We can underfeed you and overexercise you and you will lose weight, but you need fats for a healthy weight. So a proper exercise and a proper diet is important. At least 30% of your diet must be fat. you're not going to lose weight in the correct way.
Exactly. So like wild salmon is great, sardines, nuts. Liver is a great product. Most people don't like liver, right? Well, great. See? You probably, there's...
Sauteed with onions.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's really good actually for your heart. Chia seeds, blueberries, blackberries, green tea.
Love green tea. Almonds, cashews, coconut milk, dark chocolate. Yes. Not like Hershey's dark chocolate.
Right.
Real dark chocolate, like 85, 90, 95% dark chocolate.
Exactly. So there's a lot of things like that that you want to put in your diet, and you want to cut out the excess sugar and caffeine as well. So you want to get rid of
Out of here.
the fast food burgers. I know it's sad, but going to McDonald's is not going to help your heart. No
They
offense
still
to
around?
McDonald's. I don't know. I think so. Deep fried foods is another culprit. Candy, soft drinks, sugary cereals, cookies. I don't know. Are you going to go through your whole thing?
Margarine?
No, I was
Oh,
going to
you
say.
mean like get rid of the bread, pasta,
I know, I
cereal,
was
biscuits,
waiting for that.
muffins,
He says this
pancakes,
every
waffles,
time.
donuts, bagels, cookies, cakes, candy, pizza, roti, naan, and empanadas? No, I'm not going to say that today.
Okay, good. And no margarine. A lot of people want to use like the fake butter.
No.
It's horrible because it has
stop.
lots of chemicals in it and your body
You know
can't
that was
process
developed
it.
for turkeys as turkey food, and the turkeys wouldn't eat it.
Oh, so they thought they'd give it to humans?
Give it to
said
humans. They
will do that?
colored it and flavored it. Yep.
Yuck.
If
Don't
you
do
knew
that.
how it was made, you wouldn't touch the stuff.
And diet soda is another one. All soda,
All
but
diet
especially diet anything because it has a lot of chemicals that your body can't process.
Yeah, and these foods cause inflammation in the body, and that inflammation leads to the heart disease. Stop it.
Yes. So another important factor to help your heart is get your heart moving. Doesn't mean you need to run a marathon or anything, but just start adding some exercise as part of a healthy lifestyle. You can walk, do something that you like. If you like to dance, go dance for a little bit. Find something that you're going to like to do that you can just move a little bit each day. It's really, really good for the heart. Strength training exercises are great as well.
Yeah, and you don't need
Yoga.
to get your heart pounding out of your chest. That's not necessary. Okay, yeah, for some people, yes, but not everybody. But it's just a matter of what you said. Move, get up and move.
Exactly. So here's a few myths we're
Okay.
going to debunk. A lot of people hear a lot of things about heart disease and their risks, so we wanted to take a look at some of the common misconception. One thing that we often hear is that heart disease is something only older people should worry about.
No,
Why not?
can affect everybody. And now with today's SAD diet, standard American diet, it's affecting people younger
It's
and
even
younger.
worse now because the younger kids are going out with the energy drinks, drinking the sodas, and going through the fast food places and not realizing how much it's affecting their heart long term. We've seen a lot of people who are like, oh my gosh, they were so healthy and they're so young because they're exercising and those kinds of things, and they look healthy on the outside, but they're putting all of that all these horrible, horrible foods into their diet, and they're dropping dead of heart attack and stroke at very young ages, and it's because of diet.
So I have the chart over there, but the one with the synthetic, 2 out of 5 beats lost a second.
Lost a second sound? Oh, did we ever show that to everyone
I
else?
showed it to our in-studio audience.
Oh, we didn't show that to
No.
to anyone else. All right. So if I'm a long time smoker, I can reverse. I'm not a long time smoker. I'm saying the myth.
Okay.
If I'm a long time smoker, I can't reverse the damage I've caused by my heart or reduce my risk of heart disease.
And that's absolutely false. So when you quit smoking, immediate benefits start to occur, no matter how old you are or how long you've been smoking. And so the benefits start from the moment that you quit. And so in 10 years, you will actually reduce your risk of heart attack if you were a smoker in 10 years of non-smoking by 50%.
After just 1 year of not smoking,
After 1 year.
After 1 year of
Right.
not smoking, your risk of heart attack reduces by 50%. And after 10 years, the risk drops
As
to
though
that
you
of
were
a
a
person
non-smoker.
who never smoked. So it is important to quit. It's never too late to stop so you can regain your health. Here's the last one. Dun, dun, dun. I'm only at risk for heart disease if it runs in my family.
Survey says,
No. Nope. Genetics can play a role in the developing of heart disease, but 90% of heart disease is actually caused by the results of our lifestyle.
What percentage was that?
90%.
90%. Lifestyle, diet, exercise, and sleep.
And smoking is another.
That's part of, yep.
It's one of the biggest
Habits.
ones.
Mhm.
Yeah. So often these lifestyle choices can raise the level of our cholesterol and other harmful fats in your blood, which also increases your blood pressure and can cause type 2 diabetes, which all play a role in the risk of heart disease. So all of those things are really important to get under control to help save your heart.
So if someone's going to give up smoking, which is a habit, what habit would you recommend taking up?
I would walk or
exercise.
Yeah, move the body, do something to replace that.
Right.
I can just take an aspirin a day to stave off any heart trouble, including a heart attack and stroke.
Another myth. That's false. An aspirin a day? No. So they did this study in Europe, and they found an aspirin a day significantly reduced heart disease. And so in the United States, they went, woo! And so we sell over 5 tons of aspirin every day because of that. But they then repeated the study in Europe, which you'll never hear about, because they realized the aspirin they used had magnesium in it. So they redid the study with aspirin, pure aspirin, and magnesium. The people with the aspirin got sick, more sick, and developed sickness. The people with the magnesium were the ones that experienced the good benefits. So that's false, misleading, doesn't work. And more importantly, an aspirin a day, every time you take an aspirin, it causes microhemorrhaging in the body. Now, when you think of microhemorrhaging, you can start thinking of like bleeding ulcers, or worse, strokes.
Not good. All right, so let's take a look at your heart one more time, see if there's any changes now that you took the B supplements. Yeah, go ahead and have a seat. We're gonna go back in, we're gonna check his heart one more time to see the changes on that. I know we've covered a lot here today and it's kind of overwhelming, but it's really important to know the risk factors of heart disease so you can take action and do something about it.
Now watch full effects of sugar.
Probably now. It's very possible. I was just going to do the 2. I didn't know you wanted this one too. All right, let me just get to my screen again. And we'll do one more.
So at any age, you can start taking care of your heart. Doesn't matter how old you are, what shape you're in. The easiest way to start is to just go for a walk.
It sure is. And cut out that 1 ounce of sugar in one of your meals is another one. All right, I'm going to run this real fast. So while this is running, I wanted to let everyone know that we, being Heart Health Month for February, we are offering in our office this month, anyone who wants to get their heart checked, they can come in for a full consultation to go over all their health conditions and concerns regarding their heart. We'll also run the heart sound recorder reading for them so we can actually take a look at what is the heart looking like, what's going on with it, and give you a report of findings to let you know what we can do to help support you with your heart. We're offering that this month for $47. You can come in, you can get your heart checked, and we would be happy to go through all of the things that we found, get you on the right nutritional program so you can start feeding your heart the nutrition that it needs. So if you are interested in that, please make sure you let us know. For you two today, we are offering you a free heart sound recorder reading. So I appreciate you for coming in here and taking the time to learn more about your heart. So we would be happy to do that if you have time after class today to check your heart and see what it looks like. Go this way. And if you guys watching have any questions at all, don't hesitate to put them in the comments. We'll be happy to answer those. Or you can send us a private message. Or if you just want to schedule your appointment to get your heart checked, just give us a call. We'll be happy to get you on the schedule so we can see how your heart's functioning and make sure we can get you the results that you're looking for so you have your best life ever. Yeah, I think the effects of sugar is working way more than the other. See how it takes a while for it to kick in when you eat the sugar?
I see a lot of fluttering going on.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. So I'll show you the effects of that sugar. You'll see it big time now. You can see it a little bit after just a short amount of time. But as we waited another 15-20 minutes and it's actually now flowing through his body, you can see a big change in what the heart looks like. Let me get this printed.
I can feel it too.
Yeah, I figured.
More rapid heartbeat.
Uh-huh. That's for sure. This one especially is crazy. I know we don't think that, you know, oh, I don't eat much sugar, I don't do much, but
It's just a little piece.
just a little piece of cake.
Just a little
Oh my
sip.
goodness, this is a big difference after you eat.
And so I will tell you, in looking at that, I'm not going to finish the cake.
Yeah, wait till you see this one.
And I know from
This
my
took a minute to
experience,
kick in.
from my experience, it will probably take me about 4 to 6 hours to come back from that. So just from that little piece of cake.
Yeah,
Mhm.
crazy. It's crazy what the diet really does. He's grabbing that real quick, and I think we're going to be wrapping it up so we can run a couple heart sound recorder readings on our wonderful guest today. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate that very much. Do you want to sign off? Or you want to show them that last one real quick?
Yeah, we'll show
Go
the
ahead.
camera the last one, then we'll sign off, and then we'll share it in-house. So if you look here, step back, get everybody. Awesome. The biggest change that's occurring is right here with the tricuspid. You can see lots of fluttering going on. Fluttering starting to go on between the beats, but you can see right here, extension here. You can see how the beats are decreasing in size the first beat, and so not as definitive heartbeat going on. So I guess I'm breaking down.
Look at that. No more carrot cake for you.
Nope, definitely not.
Well, like I said before, if you have any questions or comments, please put that in the comments below or reach out to us. Give us a call here at the office as well. We thank you for your time today. And remember that for the whole month of February, if you'd like to come in and get your heart checked and have a nutritional consultation with us, we are offering that for just $47. So we'd be happy to get you on the schedule and check your heart.
And it is time for action. You know, at this point, most people have dissolved themselves of their New Year's resolutions to get healthy, but we still have 11 months left in the year. And so we have a lot of time left to work on ourselves and get healthy. So this month, take a moment and get your heart checked, and let's see how we can help you improve your health. So in the process of getting healthy and getting to optimal health, let's be a part of it. We'd be honored to, and you'll be glad you did.
All right. Well, that's all for now. I'm Amy
I'm Dr. Dave, and we want to be your inspiration.
for Healthy Living. Bye, guys.
Take care.